Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey guys, I am on the move. I'm telling you what, I'm out here selling services today for one of the companies that I do multiple services for. And I'm gonna tell you what, this is a door-to-door scene, and I'm going door-to-door, knocking on doors. And the thing that we're talking about today is selling door-to-door and being hungry. Are you hungry? Do you need to get something to eat, or you need to sell something? Well, let's just go ahead and, kind of walk up here. We're going to go to the house over here, and I'm getting ready to knock on the door. And it says no soliciting, but sometimes I still do it. And sometimes I have appointments. If I have flyers, which I keep a lot of them, here's my little book here, and I keep a bunch of them. And what I do is I knock on the door, see if anybody's home, and hopefully somebody might knock or answer. I see they got a big old dog here, and so if I don't get anybody's response, I take a flyer, and I'm gonna tell you what I do is I take a flyer similar to something like this, and with some information. I also carry some business cards with me, and I put them on the door depending on what products I'm out here selling, and I sell a tremendous. And then I go on to the next, because see, here's the thing, it's a numbers game. I do a lot of GPS servicing, so I'm able to see some things that I'm looking for to be able to tell if a customer, am I able to knock on their door. You can't knock on everybody's door with similar products, but there are capabilities when you can GPS stuff, look at their house to see what the house looks like, and the areas you can Zillow and do a bunch of other different things to be able to find out, hey, can I sell something at this particular customer's house? Remember here, I've just recently just knocked on the door, and when people tell me, hey, they're not interested, or it says no soliciting, I do apologize to them, and I let them know, hey, listen, I'm in the area, I take care of a lot of customers, and my simple job is just to make sure you get the information. Most of the time, no soliciting signs, people aren't mad at me or frustrated. They're just like, didn't you read the sign? And sometimes they'll be nice and sometimes they'll be rude. But my simple job is to make sure that when I'm out selling and everything, that I just go and I do what I need to do. Again, I don't have my GPS on right this second, so I can't tell if these particular people have all the things. But what I did was, earlier, I went ahead and looked at the area, and I went ahead and put out some flyers and talked to some people, and I got a chance to sell something, so I sold something. And in this regard, all I can say is, if you're looking to sell something, selling is important and we matter. So if you're looking to do a door-to-door sales, go ahead and give yourself a break. My simple job in this regard is to make sure that my customers are satisfied. And it looks like I may have a customer who's wanting me to come back. So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. And you got to do a good job when you're out there selling. Remember, be kind, always be above board. And you got to be the kind of person that talks to everybody. And in this regard, if you got things that you need to sell, that's what we do. We sell stuff. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy, and I think I have a customer who's pulling me back. Remember, our topic for today is selling, going door to door, and doing what we need to do to sell. And it's kind of important that you have conversations with everybody. And if you have conversations with everybody, I don't know if this person's, I don't think so. They're telling me to go ahead and go on. But like I was telling you, when you're knocking on doors, it's a beautiful day here in Florida. It's a little bit hot. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm burning up a little bit. But you know what? Once I get out there, it's a numbers game. Like I said, I was here earlier at GPS the area. Went ahead and put out a bunch of flyers in this neighborhood. Beautiful neighborhood. And I'm going to tell you what, some of these people may call me back. But it's a numbers game. And if you're trying to figure out, well, hey, what should I do to help my customers? The key to success is to be nice, be polite, and always be energetic. People want to buy from people they feel comfortable with. And if you're out talking to people and you're rude and obnoxious, they're not going to want to buy something from you. So always be polite. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I've been doing this since the 80s in one form or capacity, and door-to-door sales is a really big market. There's a lot of people who need our products, but if they don't know, a lot of times they do the stuff themselves, or maybe they don't even, have an idea that what you're doing is important. So go out there and sell something, and just remember, when you're knocking on doors, be polite to people, kind of be upbeat, be excited that people are there, make sure your breath smells good. Make sure your hair is clean and you look good. Do your best to treat people with the respect they deserve, and they'll give you a chance to listen. And I'm always neat. I always wear, I wear shorts a lot because I live here in Florida, but if you have to wear long pants, make sure they're not raggedy or anything. And also make sure that you carry plenty of gum and brush your teeth so you look good. And when you're selling door to door, also remember that these people, you're going to their houses, you're going to their businesses, and they're not expecting you to be there. As a matter of fact, they're not expecting you to be there at all. And a lot of times you might catch them when they're least unexpected. So like I said, I always carry a bunch of flyers. I carry my little promo book here, and I also show the customers also the information as far as, all the other customers that I've sold within the territory in the area. So that way they can feel comfortable knowing that, hey, listen, if somebody else bought from them, hey, maybe it's okay for me to buy too. Going door to door, it's a really great opportunity. It's a great business. People, like I said, are dying to see you, but a lot of times it's inconvenience when you knock on the door. But that's okay. I always, like I say, I keep a positive attitude. It's a numbers game. The more people I talk to, the more opportunities I have to sell. And like I said, if you GPS your territory and the area, if you got products that you need to sell, it could be like gutters, windows. It could be, you can actually look at a property and be able to tell what it may need. Maybe they need a new pool, maybe they got an awning, or maybe if you're selling different products, by using your GPS, you can kind of coordinate what you're trying to do. Now, I work on zip codes. I work on zip codes because, see, I don't want to spend a lot of time all over the town, and I get a lot of leads, so I try to create, when I go to a lead's house, I try to work the area. I try to work the community. I try to make sure that, all the customers in that area know that I've been there. I talked to quite a few people. They do this thing called clover knock if you're out selling, where you hit 3 or 4 people in your little area. But for me, if I know that they have need, I'm going to go ahead and knock on the door. Sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking because, you hear the dogs. Sometimes it can be a little frustrating because sometimes you got these things right here, gated communities where you can't get in. So, do yourself a favor. Go out there and sell something. And remember, when you're doing the door-to-door, knock on the door, be polite. And if people, if they're interested, you have a chance. Remember, in the first 2 or 3 minutes, you're captivated. The audience is captivated. And if you can't get through during that time frame, well, you probably need to go on to the next person. But always leave them in a positive way. Never disrespect a customer and a person that could be eventually a customer, because, see, you're marketing yourself. You're marketing your company. Like I say, I carry business cards. I have dual business cards where the information is on both sides of the different products that I sell. And I'm always out selling. And I just wanted to do a simple video for you, because like I said, all these houses right here, I've already put out some flyers, or I've already had a conversation with a few of them. And, at this time, I got a customer. She's coming. She got my information, and she asked me a little while ago to come back. She had to go do an errand. So I'm over here to finish up the rest of the neighborhood. And hopefully in the next 10 or 15 minutes, she'll be here. I'll walk her through a process. I'll talk to her about our products, and it looks like we might have a sale. So all you got to do is get out there and knock on some doors, talk to some people, treat people with respect. And remember, you got to put your flyers out there. I know I'm breathing hard because, I'm trying to talk with you guys and doing this at the same time. And one of the things I like about working out in the field is that you're not stuck behind a desk all the time. I'm running in and out of my car. I'm always all over the place. But I use my time very, very wisely. I always use my time wisely. I always make sure that I work a zip code completely. And I also make sure that if I get somebody who calls me, I go back right away. And if I have time, I'll go ahead and knock on a few of the doors that are around there. And I ask for the order, especially if you got a product that they're interested in and you can help them buy it. And if they've taken the time to call you back on your flyers, you better damn answer the phone and make sure that you're available. I'm always available. I work 7 days a week because I know one thing: customers need me, and when customers need me, I'm gonna be there because I'm that guy. I'm the sales guy. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy, and we just had a very entertaining video about selling door to door and what it takes. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you're a person who's in your younger years, in your 20s or your teens or your 30s or 40s, you can get in some good shape. You can sell a lot of stuff door to door because it's an old art. A lot of people ain't doing it, so go out there and sell something. And remember, door-to-door selling, you got this. You can do it. All right, go sell something door-to-door. Look at that place. They need my service right now. All right.